Back in Olathe at the College Boulevard Activities Center. And it's the second game of a doubleheader. The Olathe West Owls at home against the Washburn Rural Lady Blues. Both teams coming into this game 8-1, both coming off victories earlier today as Olathe West defeated St. Thomas Aquinas 9-4, while Washburn Rural defeated Lawrence Free State 4-2. I'm Leon Liebel along with former Kansas City Royal Les Norman. Two terrific teams in this matchup of some really, again, good athletes to watch here.
Right. We saw we were going to have a powerhouse last game. We're going to have another one this game. On the Olathe West side, we saw Allie Miller last game. She's playing first this game, but she did a great job catching last game. Not just behind the plate, but she hit two bombs. Line drive home runs. One just made it over because of her power. The other one, no doubter between the trees. I mean, this girl can absolutely hit. Great mechanics. Stayed back. Super strong. She can hit anything. Off speed, just absolutely amazing. Now on the other side coming in, Washburn Rural, who just won their first game 4-2. Emerson Cope pitched the last game, got the win, went 3 for 3, and guess who's pitching again this game?
She does
Emerson Cope. She does it all. She's almost hitting 500. She might be at 500 now, heading to Nebraska when her college career is over. But again, another great matchup today.
Washburn Rural and Olathe West. First pitch coming your way right after this. Game 2 of our Hy-Vee game of the week of this doubleheader. The Washburn Rural Lady Blues taking on the Olathe West Owls. And again, both teams played a game earlier today. We saw the Olathe West Owls defeat St. Thomas Aquinas here on Spectrum Sports 9-4. Over on the other field here at Seaback, it was Washburn Rural defeating Lawrence Free State 4-2. And in that game, Emerson Cope, the pitcher, 3 for 3 and a home run, and she's going to lead off for Washburn Rural as Emma Heineman, the freshman, is in the circle pitching for Olathe West.
First pitch changeup. How about that respect? Throwing to Emerson Cope, just down the middle, maybe a little bit low, but starting her off with a changeup instead of just grooving the fastball.
Emerson Cope, again, another one of the outstanding players in the area. Count evens out to 1-1. Chloe Carlgren, the shortstop, is on deck. Piper Titsworth is about third, the left fielder. And high chopper right back to Heineman at the pitcher, and easy out there for Olathe West. So, again, Chloe Carlgren is the second, batting second. The shortstop, Piper Titsworth, the left fielder, batting third. Reagan Chapman will be batting cleanup. Casey Bath, the center fielder, batting fifth. Here's Chloe. Carlgren takes inside ball one. First time Emma Heineman, check that, Emerson Cope has been retired this afternoon. Once again, Chloe Carlgren, Emerson Cope, Piper Titsworth, Reagan Chapman, Casey Bath, Gabby Martinez, Ava Fowler, Henley Rapp, Elisa Maston, and Michaela Ekus. Ooh, she's pulled the string there. Strike. And Alyssa Maston would be batting fifth. Then it's Ava Fowler. They're batting seventh. Ava Fowler batting eighth. And then Henley Rapp batting ninth. As we get squared away here, a lot of softball to keep track of in this doubleheader. 2-2, the count to Chloe Carlgren, shortstop. One out here in the top of the first inning. Emma Heineman, just a freshman. Left-hander, looks in, get the signal from their dugout, checks her wristband for the corresponding number. Madison Walker takes the high chopper over the first, and 2 outs here in the top of the first. Brings up the left fielder, Piper Titsworth.
Madison Walker over at shortstop, just always good footwork, gets behind the ball well, squares her shoulders, good crow hop, accurate throw to first base over to the different first baseman, new first baseman Allie Miller.
Lefty against lefty here in this matchup. And it's a good thing these two teams aren't playing basketball, Les, because their uniforms are very similar.
Yeah, and there's some height on both sides, too.
We'd have a hard time keeping them apart here. Another grounder to Walker, slow roller, and she gets it over the first, and the first baseman, Allie Miller, playing first this game, the tag. 3 up, 3 down. Olathe West coming to the plate. And after a quick top of the first inning, we go to the bottom of the first. Olathe West coming to the plate. Their head coach, Cynthia Adams. As we check out the lineup for Olathe West, again leading off as she did in the first game against St. Thomas Aquinas, center fielder Emma Veach. Batting second, Madison Walker, the shortstop. Allie Miller now playing first base. She's usually at catcher, batting third. Brevin Kelaporis, who pitched great in the first game, is going to be playing in right field. She's a great hitter. You got to keep her in the lineup. Emma Heineman, the pitcher, is batting fifth. And then Roy Horning, Madison Grant, Celine Tipton, and Aubrey Barnard batting ninth for Olathe West. As Emma Veach, again the left-hander, a slow roller to third, and Eva Fowler comes up with it and makes the throw in time. And 4 up, 4 down going back to the top of the first.
Well, quick start to this game. Not tapping into the pitch count, just that first pitch swing. You're a leadoff hitter. You want to make sure you're locked in. If you're going to take that swing, take that full swing. Don't check it unless you're going to bunt. But again, just got a piece of it. Good play by third baseman Eva Fowler.
Again, Madison Walker, the shortstop.
There you go.
Madison Walker, the shortstop, right-hander. In the first game, if you didn't see it, she hit a bomb in the first inning, and here's a shot to right center, up against the wall, plugs the gap. She's on her way to second, a stand-up double.
Well, we saw all last game, Leon, that they kept trying to pitch her away, and her last at-bat, she did a good job going with it, but right there, that's away, and she stayed on the ball and hammered it, didn't try to pull it, didn't try to lift it, take it to left field, went with the pitch, and I don't know that I've seen a high school softball player hit the ball any harder than Madison Walker can.
Speaking of somebody who can hit it hard, though, Allie Miller, 2 home runs in the first game today against St. Thomas Aquinas. Fouls that one back, 0-1. Playing first base in this game. She's usually the catcher for the Owls. Terrific player defensively and offensively, obviously. Runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the first for Olathe West. And she goes the opposite way. That's going to score a run. It's coming around third. Madison Walker scores, and that's an RBI for Allie Miller. Will stay at first.
And we can see right away the number 2, number 3 hitters, the big power hitters, along with number 4 hitter as well, and Kelaporis, just going with the pitch, not trying to do too much, not trying to control it, just waiting to see what a good pitcher like Emerson Cope's going to do.
And Brevin Kelaporis batting cleanup in this game. Again, the outstanding pitcher playing right field in this game. I'm going to keep that bat in the lineup. And Emerson Cope, she pitched the first game today, so she's starting both games of the doubleheader. Pop up right side, and that ball falls in safely between the outfielders. And Kelaporis is on first.
Well, this ball was a tweener. The way it was hit, it wasn't hit too hard, but it looked like it was going to hit and spin toward the right fielder, Michaela Ikes. But again, with the wind blowing out of the south straight to the north, it pushed the ball and made it stay in the gap. And it was just an equidistant right there to her. And then you can see also Michaela Ikes is shielding everything with her eyes. I don't know if she can see too well out there. That sun is really brutal this time of day.
2 runners on, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. 1 run in. Olathe West on top, 1-0 over Washburn Rural. Washburn Rural, the 6A runner-up last year in the state tournament, lost a 2-1 decision to Topeka High in the championship game a year ago. Here's a grounder to second base to shortstop, and they got the out there. Runners will move to third and first for Olathe West. Heineman grounds out to second. Well, she doesn't ground out, but it's the fielder's choice to second. Roy Horning now the batter, the third baseman. Olathe West kind of changed up their lineup a little bit today in the infield. Warning usually plays first base. Does Makila Warren out of a strep throat, the usual shortstop. They had to change it up. Here's a grounder right back to Cope. Over to first, and that's the end of first inning of play. Olathe West though gets on the board. The Owls on top of Washburn Rural 1-0. Hy-Vee proud to support Greater Kansas City High School Athletics. Leon Liebel along with Les Norman. Second game of a doubleheader here in Olathe. Olathe West Owls leading 1-0 over Washburn Rural as we move to the top of the second inning. Reagan Chapman, the batter for Washburn Rural, and pulls it down the line left field, but that's just foul. So strike one for Reagan.
Washburn Rural come out swinging the bats. You like to see that.
And they won their first game of their doubleheader over on the other field, 4-2 over Lawrence Free State. And that pitch a little high, 1-1. Washburn Rural coached by Liz Stover. Second season, again, took them to the state championship game last year. This is her final season as the head coach. She announced after the first game she'll be moving on to Shawnee Mission South as a teacher. She's getting married later this spring, and fiance lives in the Kansas City area. She's a native of Olathe, played right here at Olathe Northwest. Right back to the pitcher.
Well, it's interesting. Reagan Chapman's at bat right there. Her front foot, as she was striding, was open toward third base. Emma Heineman, the pitcher, did a great job of working middle away, so she reached for it and just poked the line drive right back to Emma.
Brings up the center fielder, Casey Bath. Pop up down the left field line, and that's going to fall safely, and that'll be a foul ball. And Liz Stover, she went to high school at Olathe Northwest, so a lot of her teachers from there are now teaching Olathe West, and here she's coaching against Olathe West. So everybody knows everybody. 0-1 to Bath, and fouls this one off to the other side up against the backstop. Pop up on the right side of the infield. Second baseman Madison Grant makes the catch. How about Emma Heineman? 5 batters faced so far, 5 up, 5 down.
Using her defense well, pitching to contact. She's not overpowering, doesn't throw super hard, but seems to be locating the ball really well and not really having a whole lot of hard contact against her.
Washburn Rural, this brings up their second baseman, Gabby Martinez. Takes strike one.
Good discipline by Gabby Martinez. Boy, I tell you what, that was a nasty changeup as well. But she did a good job keeping her hands back, even though she was out front a little bit.
1-1. 2-1. A little low. Ground ball, and nice play by Madison Walker to come up the stop over the first. She got him. Terrific play by the shortstop for Olathe West.
From her knees.
Madison Walker. As we check it out again, Madison Walker, the ground ball, diving stop from her knees, and got her in time. Olathe West, the Owls on top 1-0 against Washburn Rural as they picked up a run in the first inning. Now we go to the bottom of the second for the Owls. And Emerson Cope, the pitcher for Washburn Rural, the outstanding pitcher, outstanding hitter for this Lady Blues team. 3 for 3 and a home run in her first victory of a doubleheader. They played Lawrence Free State. Meanwhile, Olathe West, they defeated St. Thomas Aquinas 9-4. And base hit to right field. Good start for the Owls here in the bottom of the second. That brings up Selena Tipton. Madison Grant with a single. Selena Tipton, the left fielder, senior. And a bunt out in front of the plate. Third baseman Ava Fowler can't make the throw. Grant goes to second. Throw to third, and Tipton will stay at first base. So runners at the corner, nobody out.
This is a tough play either way. It was a really good bunt, but you got to be really, really quick, and you got to make sure you get your arm up. The bunt was placed very well. You can see third baseman Ava Fowler comes up with the throw just a little bit up into the runner, which makes Gabby Martinez have a difficult time getting it. Great backup by Michaela Ikas from right field coming in. Otherwise, that run would have scored. That ball gets by. They both might have scored. So Michaela Ikas doing a good job, especially since the sun's in her face, doing a good job backing up.
Aubrey Barnard batting. She's playing catcher today for Olathe West. Didn't see her in the first game against St. Thomas Aquinas. She shows bunt, and she takes strike one. One thing impressive about this Olathe West of the runner there, Selena Tipton moved up to second. So second and third, but this team's very versatile. We know they can hit the long ball, but they play a little small ball as well.
Right, trust me, Coach Cynthia Adams does not just practice home runs and batting practice. She understands this game and all facets of the game, and has her players working really hard on the small ball, taking advantage, like right there you can see, taking advantage of the extra base, making the bunt, pulling back, now two runners in scoring position.
And a swing and a miss, and down goes Aubrey Barnard. The strikeout in the first out here in the bottom of the second inning. So you see that pitch again. Emerson Cope, she can bring it. Nothing too complicated about that one. Just a fastball. Got her swinging.
Yeah, Aubrey Bernard sitting the last game. She's been sitting around for a while. Hard to get that bat speed up.
Emma Veach, she's the leadoff hitter in the lineup. Back in the first inning, she grounded out the third. Takes ball one. And she's got runners at second and third in front of her. Outside, ball two. Washburn Rural lost 7 seniors from that state runner-up team a year ago.
Wow. Well, they're happy to have Emerson come back. Pitcher Emerson Cope coming back, last year's runner-up player of the year for Gatorade Player of the Year.
There's Emma Veach of a grounder up the middle. That's good for a single. Well, she's on her way to second as the throw comes in, and one run will score as Madison Grant crosses the plate. And it's 2-0, Olathe West. Just a nice base hit right up the middle.
Yeah, good piece of hitting by Emma Veach, going with the pitch and then just not even thinking about it, just being aggressive on the bases. When you're rounding first, you have to make the fielder stop you. And if that throw's going all the way home and nobody's there, you take what they give you.
And that brings up Madison Walker. Runners at second and third. 2-0, Olathe West. One run in the first, another here in the second, looking for more. Here's a shot to left field. That's a base hit. One run scores. 2 runs will score. Madison Walker with a 2 RBI single.
Well, we've seen her hit doubles. We've seen her hit home runs. We haven't seen her hit singles yet, but that was a timely single, and that's exactly what Olathe West wants to do, have their big hitters up and score in bunches when the bases are almost or they're full. Two runners on there in second and third, and having arguably your best hitter up there driving in 2.
And just one out here in the bottom of the second inning. 4-0 now as once again Madison Grant and Selena Tipton and Emma Veach both crossed home plate on that single by Madison Walker. Allie Miller playing first base in this game. She's got a RBI single back in the first. Looking for more here. 6 hits in this game for Olathe West. And we're just in the bottom of the second. Fouled off to the right side.
6 hits and played an inning in the third. There's only been 4 outs made.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Washburn Rural has no hits and 6 at-bats. High and inside, and got away from the catcher, and Madison Walker goes down to second.
Getting good base running, always looking at the opportunity to take the next base.
Very alert team.
Very aggressive, very alert.
Allie Miller for runner in scoring position. Madison Walker on second, fouled back again.
Allie Miller doing a good job protecting that outside part of the plate. You can see Emerson Cope trying to work it over there. Doesn't want to give up that inside pitch to a power hitter.
Lest we go right up the middle here, the hitter, the pitcher, and the runner on second have accounted for 4 home runs this afternoon in 2 games. There's a ground ball to first, and down goes Allie Miller as Madison Walker advances to third. 2 outs.
Good job of pitching by Emerson Cope. She stayed away and didn't give an inch. She got Allie Miller to hit it off the end of the bat. Now 2 outs.
Brevin Kelopouris, the right fielder, had a home run in game 1 today against St. Thomas Aquinas and also pitched the victory. A complete game. Now playing right field. Takes ball 1. Has a single in this game already. Ball 2, a little low.
That's how Emerson Cope wanted that pitch. Probably was a ball just below the knees, but good location.
It's 2-0 to Brevin Kelopouris. Swing and a miss. 2-1.
Good pitch. Good swing by Kelopouris, too. Cope brings her heat, and Kelopouris says, here's my best swing.
Down the line in right field, and that is a foul ball. Just foul. Umpire called it foul the entire way. There seems to be some confusion. Let's see if we can see this one again. How close?
Ooh, it does look foul, but not by much. Great shot by our camera crew right there. Good call.
Just barely so. Brevin Kelopouris back in there. The count 2-2. Found back again. Fighting off these pitches.
I thought the wind might push that to the line. At least you could see it fading a little bit. Still windy, but not as windy as it was in the first game.
Initially, right off the bat, it looked like it was going to be fair.
Yep.
Yet another foul down the out of play on the right side.
Might have been a triple because that ball got away from Michaela Ekus a little bit on a tweener hop, too. So we know that Madison Walker would have easily scored from third, but that could have very easily been a triple.
And Emerson Cope pitched the first game of the doubleheader against Lawrence Free State. Here she is again with a lot of pitches against Kelopouris. Got to wonder, how long can she go?
Well, I mean, she's a workhorse, and you see that in a lot of this competitive softball in the high school level and in the spring, summer competitive teams as well. Even at the collegiate level at Division I, you just see these pitchers that they can just go all day. They're just so strong and have great endurance.
3-2 pitch, popped up the right side. Right fielder coming in, and Kayla Ekus makes the catch, and that's the end of the inning. But 2 more runs for Olathe West. They lead 4-0 after 2. We're back after this. Four to nothing, Olathe West on top of Washburn Rural, and the Lady Blues from Washburn Rural out of Topeka coming to the bat here in the top of the third, looking for their first hit. Emma Heineman, the freshman pitcher for Olathe West, has retired 6 straight batters. Lisa Maston, the batter for Washburn Rural, a right-hander. First baseman for Washburn Rural. The count even at 1-1. And high ball 2. Ooh. That thing had helium in it.
Tell you, that's a good call, Leon. There's change-ups, and then there's change-ups. And that was the second change-up. That was nasty.
And fouled back as the count is 2-2.
We got to remember that Emma Heineman, the pitcher, she's just a freshman.
Yeah.
She's got impressive stuff.
A lot of great young players we're seeing this afternoon. All these teams. There's a pop up to the left field, and Keely Ellsworth comes in and makes the catch. 7 straight. Hitters faced by Heineman. 7 straight down. Brings up the third baseman for Washburn Rural, the third baseman Ava Fowler. 1 out here in the top of the third inning. And behind him, there's another slow grounder to Madison Walker. Walker is pretty solid there at shortstop. We saw her make a terrific play a couple innings ago, and from her knees made the throw.
Nothing but at bats over at shortstop. There's not a whole lot of stuff that's getting through over there.
Yeah, that was just right at her. Pretty routine. Brings up the catcher, Henley Rapp. Whoa. They get her. And got her. Henley Rapp hit by the pitch. So Washburn Rural with its first base runner of the game here in the top of the third inning.
This is a tough location right there. Look at maybe got her hand as she was trying to lean away. Thankful didn't get her in the face of the face mask, but it looked like it hurt just a little bit. Let's see, right on the hand. Now, the hand was part of the bat, and so there could have been an argument there, although she didn't say anything. But that hand is clutching the bat. That should go as a foul ball if it stays in foul territory. So,
and we'll have a courtesy runner. Emma Duran comes in to run for Washburn Rural. Well, Emerson Cope grounded out in the first inning. Grounded out to the pitcher.
Interesting, as a pitcher now hitting, you know what the umpire's given you, so you make the adjustment at the plate. Just giving off the corner, you get on the plate like Emerson Cope is doing.
There's a line shot to left field. That's in the gap. Washburn Rural's first hit of the game. Duran will go to third, and Emerson Cope down to second.
It's timely hitting right there. It was a good changeup by Emma Heineman, but Emerson Cope is such an incredible hitter. She stayed back and read that thing the whole way. The ball was up a little bit, laced that double in the left center field gap.
Yeah, we'll have another courtesy runner for Emerson Cope, and again, that means Cope will stay in the game, but there's a courtesy runner in softball, and that is Selah Williams running. So 2 courtesy runners on base at second and third here in the top of the third. 2 outs. Ground ball to third base. Rory Horning over to first, and Olathe West gets out of this inning without allowing any runs. So we head to the bottom of the third inning. Olathe West leading Washburn Rural 4-0. Leon Liebel back with Les Norman in the second game of our doubleheader today. Earlier we saw Olathe West defeat St. Thomas Aquinas. Now Olathe West leading Washburn Rural in this second game 4-0. So we head to the bottom of the third inning. Really impressive day so far, and this young lady coming to the plate has had an impressive day so far, pitching the freshman Emma Heineman, and now she'll try to help herself out here. Flight out to second in the first inning. And facing Emerson Cope, outstanding pitcher. I know, Les, you made some comparisons to several of these players who can pitch and hit to Shohei Ohtani, but
no pressure.
But there are a lot of athletes who can do that.
There are.
I mean, on both boys and the girls' side.
Right. And I'd like to see that change because it didn't used to be that way. A lot of coaches would say, well, you're just a P. You're going to be a DP. You're going to pitch. That's all you need to do. Doesn't matter if you hit. But they're letting them do that more. And maybe a guy like Shohei Ohtani is the guy that at all levels, not just the pro level, but the collegiate level and the high school level, they're letting these athletes just be athletes and let them do what they do best.
1-1 to Heineman and a swing and a miss. Strike two. Yeah. He's certainly unique at the major league level, and he is great, no doubt about it. But I've always thought there's other guys that could have done that. Looking back, just never got the chance.
Right.
Fouled off the left side, out of play. Count remains 1-2.
I remember playing in my days in the mid-'90s with the Royals, and Toronto Blue Jays had a first baseman named John Olerud. And John Olerud, I think it was Washington or Washington State he came out of, but he was a pitcher and a hitter. Now, granted, he was a batting title type left-handed hitter.
Heineman deep to center field, over the center fielder's head, and she's on her way to second of a double. Kind of went the opposite way there, so Emma Heineman pitching and hitting. We just talked about it.
Oh, thank you, Emma. Good job there going with that pitch. You're multifaceted. Outside pitch, just a short little poke, but that's all you need when a pitcher throws hard. Just put a good short stroke on it, let the barrel do its work, and we have a pinch runner here for her, but she definitely did the work, hitting the opposite field double.
And that's going to bring Rory Horning to the plate, third baseman. She grounded out to the pitcher back in the first inning. Bella Jaso is the courtesy runner at second base. And Jaso looked like she was going to take off there on that pitch. Strike one to Rory Horning.
See rural center fielder Casey Bath after that. Second baseman, or the runner at second base gets off pretty far on a missed bunt. You can see Casey Bath coming in case there's a throw. That's heads up.
Fouled back again. Strike two. Count 0-2. Cynthia Adams. Use your legs. Stay tight.
Always coaching.
Horning pops it up to the right side, and that's going to fall in safely. Jaso goes to third. The throw is not there, and she keeps running, and she's going to score. As Rory Horning goes down to second.
Well, we've been talking about this all day, about this Olathe West team and how they're aggressive in the base pass. The ball falls in, and then the sun is miserable for the outfielders right now. It's tough as the second baseman, Gabby Martinez, trying to go back, but the wind's pushing it away from her. Michaela Ekus in right field. Looks like now she might. It looks like they're switching out. I don't know why, but putting another outfielder out there. But I'll tell you what, if it's because of the sun isn't going to move for a new outfielder, and Olathe West is taking advantage and hustling around, and on the errant throw, just keeps on running. She never slowed down. Pinch runner. She never slowed down. Came all the way home.
Yeah, and as Bella Jaso came in as the courtesy runner all the way from second. And yeah, she kept her head down and just never slowed up. And it's 5-0 now. Olathe West as Liz Stover out to the circle to talk things over for infield, and Emerson Cope, her pitcher. Doesn't look like there's going to be any change made. Just regrouping a little bit. Five to nothing, Olathe West now on top. And Madison Grant, the second baseman. She had a single and scored a run back in the second inning. Really back in the second, in the last inning, the second inning. And this one's going to squeeze in and safely for a single, and a runner moves to third as Madison Grant has her second single of the game. 2 for 2.
Station to station. A pitch inside, does a good job using her hands. Shortstop was playing to pull, left that open middle. Ground ball right up the middle. Center fielder Casey Batt did a good job from Washburn Rural coming in on it. Runners at first and third. Still nobody out, though.
Selena Tipton, she got on base in the second inning, scored the run. Showing bunt, and that's going to be a pass ball and a run. Another run scores. Roy Horning crosses the plate, and 2 runs in here in the third. Again, 3 runs scored by the Owls in the second inning, and it was a pass ball, so 6-0. As Madison Grant moved down to second, and Selena Tipton once again showing bunt. And that'll be strike 2.
Yeah, runner on third base. That's a tough time. That ball was a pitch that the catcher could handle. It makes you wonder. I'm trying to see if that's Aubrey Bernard still back there behind the plate. If it is, she's the one that got hit, I believe. No, that wasn't her that got hit.
Fouled back, so the count remains 0-2.
Sorry, it's Henley Rapp. That was the catcher that got hit.
And she's back there right now.
She is back there, yes. And my scorecard flipped.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Selena Tipton on strikes. Second strikeout of the game for Emerson Cope.
Pitch moving up and in. Good movement by Emerson Cope. It's tough to get your hands up and inside a pitch. Well located for strike 3.
And this brings up for Olathe West, Aubrey Bernard. And she goes the opposite way. That's going to be a base hit. Tipton around, not Tipton, check that. That is Madison Grant stopping at third. I thought she was going to try to come home. Nice job by Washburn Rural getting the ball in. Madison Grant goes to third, and another courtesy runner coming into the game for Olathe West.
Again, it's just another good piece of hitting. We see these Olathe Owls going with the pitch this game. The first game we had a lot of pulling off the ball, a lot of ground balls. They still hit well. They're an offensive juggernaut. But you see a much better job these Olathe West hitters going to the opposite field, using their hands well.
Emma Veach, center fielder, takes ball 1. Courtesy runner on first. Fouled off to the left side. Count 0-2 or 1-1.
I really like Emma Veach's swing. Got a kind of a Derek Jeter-esque flight path to the ball, not the stance, but a flight path. But she's really on the ball and has really quick hands.
1-1 pitch, and then right over our head. Foul ball behind us into the stands. So count will stay at 1-2.
Leon, you might have a play on that. Quick reach back, maybe.
I don't think so.
You'd have had that a few years ago?
About 30 years ago, maybe. Even then, it might have been a stretch. 6-0, Olathe West on top. And pitch is high, and Adley Baum goes down to second. The courtesy runner. So runners at second and third now. 1 out. Bottom of the third inning. Emma Veach. Grounded out in the first. Got on base with a single and scored in the second. So 3 consecutive innings. She's got an at-bat. The count now 4-3-2. Bites off another pitch to the left side.
She's just missing these pitches, too, showing some good discipline on the high pitches, but just a little bit behind getting her hands up there. Emerson Cope's got a live fastball. It's a good matchup, good battle right here.
Again, Emerson Cope pitched the first game of the doubleheader and starts this game, and this West team doing a great job of fouling off the pitches. That time, though, she pulled the string a little bit, got her. Is that a check swing, strikeout, or a called strike?
I think it was a little bit of both. I think it was I got fooled. It was a check swing, and it was a strike too. This is an excellent changeup. Yeah, that thing just dropped into the zone, and she wanted to and couldn't, and tried to and didn't. And big strikeout.
2 strikeouts here in the Bottom of the third is Madison Walker now at the plate with 2 outs. And a ground ball to second. Gabby Martinez comes up with it and over the first for the 3rd out here in the bottom of the 3rd. So after 3, Olathe West adds to the total. 2 more runs. They lead 6-0. We move to the top of the 4th inning. The Olathe West Owls leading the Washburn Rural Lady Blues 6-0. Emma Heineman, the freshman left-hander, pitching a terrific game for Washburn Rural. Get the shutout going here as we again go to the top of the 4th inning. Piper Titsworth, the left fielder. And that ball hit deep to center field. That's over Emma Beach's head out there. Titsworth's on her way to second, slides in there with a double. A good start here for Washburn Rural in the top of the 4th.
Piper Titsworth showing she can hit too. Stayed down on the ball. Solid line drive. Center fielder Emma Beach just looked up and turned and knew it was going to be either off the wall or short hopper off the wall. Good start.
Designated hitter, designated player Reagan Chapman up at the plate, the right-hander. Just takes ball 1. Lined out to the pitcher back in the 2nd inning. Runner in scoring position. Piper Titsworth on second after the double to deep to center. And that ball right field, and it's going to be caught by the right fielder, Brevin Kalaporis. 1 away.
Looks like Kalaporis, well, even with the sun, looks like she can pitch, she can hit home runs, and she can play outfield as well. So that was a good job. We've seen some tough balls and balls that are hard to track with a tough sun right now this time of day.
She's only a sophomore. And I'm sure a year or two we're going to be talking about what college she's committed to. Here's a ground ball to Madison Walker's been busy at short. Throws the first, back to third, and we got a double play. Wow. Beautiful. Allie Miller, first baseman, throws it over to Rory Horning, and Horning makes the tag. Let's watch that one again. There it is, Madison Walker. 1. Over to third. A double play. Back after this. Hy-Vee proud to support Greater Kansas City High School athletics. And some of the best high school athletics today is Olathe West Owls leading the Washburn Rural Lady Blues 6-0. Both of these teams coming into this game at 8-1. Again, Washburn Rural finished 2nd place in the state tournament, Class 6A, a year ago. And here they are trailing 6-0 against a very complete Olathe West team. So we start the bottom of the 4th inning here.
Love the time of year. That was a great shot by our camera crew looking at the flowering trees around here.
It's like Augusta.
There you go.
Allie Miller, who just turned a double play from first base. And that was a 6-3-5 double play to end the inning. Emerson Coe pitching and a line shot to right field, and Allie Miller on first of a single.
Well, I said earlier that I don't know that there's many high school hitters that can hit a ball as hard as Madison Walker. I think we might have just found one on her team who hits behind her in the lineup. That ball absolutely scalded by Allie Miller. She's had a great day offensively.
1 for 2 in this game, 2 singles. Brevin Kalaporis playing right field. Fouls that one off the third base side. 0-1. Again, we're just underway. Bottom of the 4th inning. This game's moving right along.
You had to say that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You did. You blew it. You knew the rule. You knew the rule, and you did it anyway.
And a ground ball out to left field. That's another single. So back-to-back singles. Brevin Kalaporis is on base. That moves Allie Miller down to second. Nobody out, and brings up the pitcher, Emma Heineman, who has a double her last time up and scored a run.
2 balls hit in play. That ball was up and in. Revan Kalboris does a great job getting her hands inside there, using good footwork. She is strong. What a great athlete, and just a sophomore.
Emma Heineman, just a freshman at the plate. Takes ball one outside. Heineman really chokes up a little more than you usually see these days. Punches that one to the left side, and that's going to be caught by Piper Titsworth, the left fielder. One out here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
And that's a good call, Leon. A lot of those younger hitters do that just to learn quick hands, learn to stay on the ball, go with the pitch. And that was, what, a millimeter, centimeter away from just being a single to left. So she hit it pretty well, just not a lot of power going with the outside pitch. But, again, just a freshman. She's learning this game.
One out, runners at first and second. Roy Horning, the third baseman, up at the bat, and takes strike one.
I'd mentioned earlier in the open that Emerson Cope heading to Nebraska after her college career. When I meant was after high school. Pitcher Emerson Cope heading to Nebraska. She's going to be a great one.
That is called ball, so 1-1 to Rory Horning. And just got a little bit of that one, foul ball.
The tough pitch, a little bit of an excuse me swing. It's like I already started and I don't want to do it, so I'll just try to get a piece of it. But now behind 1-2 and against the tough Emerson Cope, you have to really spread out, get on top of the plate, be thinking middle to the right center, staying on the ball.
1-2 the count. Rory Horning. And a line shot left field. Pittsworth goes down low to make the catch. A big smile on her face. Piper out there. Let's look at that one again.
This is a great play. Goes down with it. I'll sit right here.
Wow.
And then I'll come up and make the throw.
We hear shoestring catch. That truly was a shoestring catch right
Absolutely.
there at the shoes.
What a great play.
Here's a slow roller to second base over to first, and Washburn Rural gets out of the inning. As we're going to move to the top of the fifth. Olathe West on top 6-0. Blue skies and sunshine, a beautiful evening in Olathe, Kansas, and a great day for some softball, baseball, whatever you want to do outside. But right now, we've got some terrific softball action going as Olathe West leading Washburn Rural 6-0 as we go to the top of the fifth inning, and Gabby Martinez, the second baseman, leading off for the Lady Blues, takes ball one. Another pitch low, ball 2-0 to Gabby Martinez. And she grounded out to shortstop her last time up. Her only time up. This is her second at bat. And Emma Heineman on the mound, the freshman left-hander, been terrific for Washburn Rural, or for Olathe West against this Washburn Rural team. And just as I say that, she walks Gabby Martinez.
They weren't really bad pitches, though. Just one pitch that kind of got away from her right there. But, I mean, you don't want to have a leadoff walk. But, again, you get a good defense behind you. Only giving up 2 hits, 4 innings. As long as you're around the plate, you just keep doing what you're doing.
Lisa Maston, the batter, and she's going to pop up to the shortstop, Madison Walker. And Madison Walker, a lot of putouts in this game. 1 out here in the top of the fifth.
So after a 4-pitch walk, is it wise to swing at the first pitch? If you're the number 7 hitter in the lineup, you probably want to take one.
Brings up the third baseman, Ava Fowler. A little bit low and inside. Count 1-1. That one high, ball 2. There's There's a high fly ball to right center field, and Emma Veach out there gets a glove on it, but couldn't come up with a catch. Would have been a tough effort. Runner in the third is safe. That's Gabby Martinez, as Ava Fowler moves on to second.
This is a good piece of hitting by Ava Fowler. Emma Veach almost made an incredible play. Just a short little poke, but got enough of it, and the wind got on it a little bit. Almost just off the tip of Emma's glove. But that is really good hustle by Brevin Kellepors to get over there and make the play. Otherwise, that run scores easily.
Washburn Rural catcher Henley Rapp now the hitter. She was hit by a pitch, remember, back in the third inning, her first at bat. Just got her on the hand. Strike called, 0-2 to Henley Rapp.
See Henley Rapp. Stride foot really opens up toward the third baseman. It's tough to hit that outside pitch.
Got her looking.
It doesn't even look like a strike if you're stepping in the bucket a little bit and moving toward third. It is a tough pitch to hit, even if you're on the ball. But you can see her left foot steps out, and there's no way she's going to be able to reach it. It doesn't even compute in her eyes as a strike.
Pretty good framing there by the catcher. As that brings Emerson Cope to the plate here.
Even with 2 outs, Emerson Cope always a threat.
Runners at second and third, 2 outs, and right up the middle, that's a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Here's the throw to the plate, and she's safe. As that is Ava Fowler sliding in there. And finally, Washburn Rural on the board with 2 runs here in the top of the 5th inning. It's Gabby Martinez and Ava Fowler score on the 2 RBI hit from Emerson Cope.
Well, the outs don't matter when Emerson Cope's up. That ball was a little bit off on the outside corner, but a fat part. Good throw coming in, just a little bit up the line, but I don't think she'd have had her. Another solid base hit by Emerson Cope, 2 RBIs, gets Washburn Rural on the board.
And it brings up Chloe Carlgren, the shortstop for Washburn Rural. And Selah Williams, the courtesy runner at second base now for Emerson Cope. Chloe Carlgren twice is grounded out in the game, 0 for 2. Six to 2 now. Owls on top. Here's a grounder to Madison Walker. That's automatic. That's the end of the top of the 5th inning. But 2 runs are scored by the Washburn Rural Lady Blues. So it's 6 to 2. Olathe West on top. Back after this. Bottom of the 5th inning. Olathe West coming to bat. Leading 6 to 2 as finally Washburn Rural gets on the board with 2 runs in the top of the 5th. They just got 4 hits in this game. Olathe West has 12, so Washburn Rural kind of hanging around despite that discrepancy. Emerson Cope still on the mound as Selena Tipton, the left fielder, will come to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th inning for Olathe West.
Fielder number 10, Selena Tipton.
Struck out swinging her last time up. Now back, strike 1. In the wind has died down a little bit since earlier this afternoon, but the American flag still stretched out pretty good. Blown out south to north. Strike 2 on Selena Tipton. Good look at Emerson Cope. Future Nebraska Cornhusker. Well, outside, ball 1. And both teams coming into this game 8-1. They both won earlier games this afternoon. Olathe West over St. Thomas Aquinas. Here's a ground ball to the third baseman as Ava Fowler makes the play. So down goes Tipton, a ground out to third.
Catcher number 13, Aubrey Barnard.
Aubrey Barnard, the catcher for Olathe West, now at the plate. 1 for 2 in the game. She has a single and a strikeout. Singled her last time up. Takes strike one. And I mentioned Olathe West defeated St. Thomas Aquinas 9-4 in their first game of this doubleheader, and then on the other side, the other field, their first game, Rural beat Lawrence Free State 4-2. Another strike swing.
2 tough pitches, inside corner painting, and then
That's a tough one to tough one to hit.
high level.
0-2 the count. Foul back. Swing and a miss. Down she goes. 2 up, 2 down for Emerson Cope.
It was a tough sequence right there for freshman Aubrey Bernard. You got a veteran like Emerson Cope up there. She looks tired, though. After that strikeout, she was huffing and puffing a little bit. She pitched the complete game, first game that they won, and now she's here in the 5th inning of the game 2.
Emma Beach, the batter, the center fielder for Olathe West, takes ball 1 low. Beach struck out her last time up. Punches this one down the left field line, and it's going to be a foul ball. Count evens out at 1-1. 6-2, Olathe West. Looking to win 2 on this beautiful afternoon in Olathe. Here's a line shot to center field, and a nice catch out there by the center fielder, Casey Bath. Going to the turf and makes the catch, and that's the end of the 5th inning, as Olathe West still leading 6-2. Well, it's a great day for softball and a great day to, well, just climb a tree. As here we are, and a swing and a miss, right to action. There we go. Reagan Chapman, the batter. There's the tree climber. The sun's shining brightly here. College Boulevard Activity Center, and ground ball to first base, and Allie Miller makes the easy play, steps on the bag, and 1 away here in the top of the 6th inning.
Good pitch on the inner half. Can get that bottom hand through. It's hard not to hit a ground ball if you're all top hand on an inside pitch. You really got to fight and get your foot down early to get through it.
Now Reagan Chapman. Ooh. Doesn't look like a freshman pitching out there.
No, we call that the Bugs Bunny pitch. The old cartoon where it's 3 hitters on the same pitch. They're trying to swing at it. Can't stay back.
And that one is caught by the third baseman, Rory Horning, charging in. 2 up, 2 down.
She made this look a lot easier than that really was for at third base. Rory Horning just did an exceptional job over there. Just a hustled little jam shot. Just got a great jump all the way through it. That's a tough play, especially running, having to stay on your toes.
Casey Bath to Horning at third again, and the throw in time as Allie Miller comes up with the catch at first base, and 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 6th inning. Olathe West on top 6-2. Well, we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Olathe West again up 6-2. They have out-hit Washburn Rural in this game 12-4. Emma Heineman doing a terrific job. The freshman left-hander pitching for Olathe West. So again, leading off the big power hitter Madison Walker for Olathe West here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
You can almost see her brain thinking about, okay, stay through the ball. Don't get too antsy. Don't try to pull it. It's tough when you're such a great, powerful hitter at a young age. You're a competitor and you just want to come through, but you also have to learn to stay within yourself.
Off speed and ball 1. Oh, another string pulled right there. 1-1.
See Madison Walker's eyes get really big on that, like, wow, that was a good pitch. Some serious torque on that swing.
It's a high fly ball left field, and that ball is gone. That thing was hit a mile high, and home run for Madison Walker.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to pitch to her. It's tough. It looked like the 3rd changeup in a row, and eventually a good hitter like Madison Walker is going to stay back behind it when you see it enough. Yep, changeup, but it got a lot of the middle of the plate. She got extended. And in this wind, with her power in this park, there's no chance it's going to hold.
Pretty good day for Madison Walker. In this game, she's got 2 doubles and a home run. She had a home run, a massive bomb in the first game of the doubleheader. 7-2 now. Olathe West extends its lead.
Leon, you think Olathe West likes playing at this park?
Yeah, I think so. I think they can play anywhere, though. They can play any kind of style. There's a fly ball to center field, and Casey Bass slipped coming up. And that ball's going to fall in safely for a hit for Allie Miller.
Well, look, when a ball's hit, you don't want to commit forward or back, but who's going to blame Casey Bath for backing up and then slipping just a little bit? Because when you have what Madison Walker and Allie Miller has done today in 2 games with home runs and doubles and home runs and home runs, who wouldn't be playing deep and going back?
Revan Kelopoulos now the batter, right fielder. And she pops one up to left center field, and Casey Bath under this one and makes the catch.
Kelopoulos just missed getting the sweet spot of the bat on that. She just lifted it a little bit up the jam side.
1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Emma Heineman swinging a miss, strike 1, 0-1 to her. She popped up to left field, a little punch shot down the line and left. Her last time up. Strike 2. No hesitation on that call.
So you can see Emerson Cope right there, just seeing that the first pitch was inside. Emma Heineman had a tough time getting through it. She just comes right back in there and freezes her. That's a veteran pitcher right there, hitting their location and knowing where to go.
0-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. And that hit off her foot, so foul ball.
Oh, that hurt.
Got her hurt a little bit.
Oh, that hurt me. So many years of rolling over inside pitches and fouling them off. This is a tough one. Right off. It's got the roll right off the shin. We call that the shin burger. Serving shin burgers on that last pitch. She's tough, those tough freshman here.
So the count remains 0-2. Allie Miller on first.
You'll wake up tomorrow morning with a nice knot on that shin.
And that pitch gets away, hits the umpire. And that'll be a wild pitch as Allie Miller goes down to second. And how's our umpire doing here? He's still bent over. I think it's Doug Killian.
Yeah,
wow.
Looked like a leg.
He has not moved.
Flesh, I can't tell if it was a leg, was it an elbow? Can't see. Let's get a look here. The ball bounced, took a hop. Oh, yeah. That's forearm, elbow area. And he's grabbing it right there. And that sounded fleshy as well. Poor guy. Ugh.
Count 1-2, by the way, and as Allie Miller moved down to second.
Coach Adams come down trying to buy him some time, let him walk that off a little bit.
It's been kind of a tough day for these guys, taking a couple hits behind the plate.
Yep. That's part of the job.
Good TV FaceTime, though, for him if he wants that. All right, Emma Heineman, seems like she's been up there a long time. Steps back in with the count 1-2. And it's going to be ball 2.
Good discipline right there from Emma Heineman. 2 strikes. What a tough pitch. I've been saying this all day. That changeup, especially when you have pitchers that can throw a good changeup, that's a tough pitch to lay off of, especially with 2 strikes.
Line shot down the left field line, and that is a foul ball. Heineman continues to battle up there. Had a double and scored back in the 3rd inning. Left side again. This one's going to squeeze in there for a base hit. Emma Heineman goes to first on the single, as Allie Miller advances to 3rd. So the runners at the corners now for Blue Valley West.
This is an exceptional at bat by Emma Heineman, going with another outside pitch with 2 strikes. She didn't even take a full swing. She just punches at it. You mentioned, Leon, the last time when she lined out to left field, it was the same thing. She just barely pokes at it. So she's got a good hands, good approach, short stroke.
Courtesy runner now at first for Heineman, as Rory Horning, the batter, pops up to second base, and a nice catch there made by Gabby Martinez, who gets the ball in quickly. Runners will stay at first and 3rd with 2 outs. Nice play there by Gabby Martinez. The wind kind of swirling a little bit now.
This was a good piece of defense right here by Gabby Martinez, because that wind was tough, but she went back and caught the ball and then hurried up and got it in and held the runner. Emerson Cope cut it off, so the runner at first didn't go.
Madison Grant, the batter, second baseman. Fouls that one off. Strike 1. Bella Jaso, the courtesy runner, by the way, over on first base.
She's going to go.
Allie Miller on 3rd. Grant, a high chopper to 3rd. Ava Fowler over to first, and that is the end of the 6th inning. Olathe West with another run on a solo home run from Madison Walker. It's 7-2 Owls. We're back after this. We move to the top of the 7th inning. Olathe West Owls on top, 7-2 over the Washburn Rural Lady Blues. So the Blues got to get something going here to stay alive in this game. Down by 5. And we got 4 hits in this game. 15 hits for Olathe West. Gabby Martinez leading off here in the top of the 7th inning. She walked and scored a run back in her last at bat at the 5th, in the 5th inning. Count 1-1, Gabby Martinez. Two and 1. Emma Heineman pitched a terrific game for Blue Valley West.
Well, she sure
left-handed
has.
freshman. Count now 2-2. Trying to close it out here in the 7th inning. And that ball hit the left field, and a terrific catch by Keely Ellsworth coming in and makes the catch right before hits the turf. 1 away in the top of the 7th.
We've seen a couple of acrobats out here for both teams in left field. Good job hitting, comes in, keeps running, sliding to her knees. Makes a great shoestring catch. That's the pitcher's best friend.
1 ball, no strikes. And foul to the right side, and Allie Miller coming over and tries to make the diving catch. Great effort, not quite there.
That's a tough play, sliding into the on-deck circle, knowing that the fence is bearing down on you. Good hustle. Can't catch everything, but still, good hustle. It's one of those little tweeners spinning away from you. Good try.
Rounder up the middle, and that's going to get in for a base hit.
Washburn Rural trying to scratch some singles together, bunch up the bases, and get a big hit. Still not out of it.
Alyssa Maston with that base hit. Ava Fowler, the third baseman, scored one of the 2 runs for Washburn Rural. Count 1-1. Ooh, swing and a miss. 1-2.
The dastardly changeup. That's tough. It's like a changeup that didn't rotate.
Just floats in there. Good look at Emma. Another swing and a miss, and down she goes. What's the grip on this pitch? If we, Liz Stover coming in to talk something over the umpire, but yeah, she looks like she's almost a knuckleball here.
It is. Some
wow.
Some softball pitchers will hold their changeup like the traditional baseball way is to really stuff it into your palm and use the last 3 fingers, but Heineman's
12 is substituting for number 15.
doing a good job holding it like a knuckleball.
We have a pinch hitter here. Nadia Way comes in the game, number 12 for Washburn Rural. Spells her name W-E-C-H, but pronounced Way.
Tough call right here when you've been sitting for the day and coming in with 2 outs at the end, but got to get these players in there sometime. She's a sophomore, but got to get that experience in.
By the way, Selena Tipton out in left field. She's the one who made that outstanding catch for Olathe West moments ago. I want to make sure we give proper credit there. Misidentified her. Ball 1. Nadia Way. Runner on first. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Emma Heineman trying to close this one out for Olathe West.
Nadia Way was not getting cheated on that strike right there.
1-1 pitch. Left field. Over Tipton's head. Up against the wall. Runner on her way to third as Nadia Way finds her way to second base with a double.
Good stroke by Way.
Yeah, coming right in the game and getting a double.
Absolutely. And that was a little bit down, but she stayed on the ball really well. Strong hands, kept her front shoulder in, good power. Hammered that ball to left.
With Maston down to third. We're going to have a courtesy runner, I do believe. Nope. Emerson Cope at the plate. We know she is capable of doing.
2 RBIs with 2 outs last time on a single up the middle. She finds a way to lift this ball out of here. This is only a 2-run game.
And there's a good look at Liz Stover. Once again, she'll be leaving as the head coach of Washburn Rural after this season, taking a teaching position at Shawnee Mission South. As we will have a courtesy runner coming in for Washburn Rural.
It's a good shot of Emma Heineman there a second ago. Just the freshman pitcher on the mound. Unfazed. Doesn't look scared. Has gone the distance. Just given up 2 runs on 6 hits so far. Just a freshman.
All right, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Top of the 7th, swing and a miss. Emerson Cope.
You think she was going on that swing?
I think she, no matter what, she was going to be swinging for the fences.
That's right.
And there's a line shot in the gap out in left center. Both runners will score. That makes it a 7-4 game as Emerson Cope slides in the second of a 2 RBI double.
Like I said, with 2 outs, this game's not over yet. 2 more runs score. It's her 3rd hit. 3 for 4. Laces a double. Gets her hands in really well. Does a good job. If she rolls over and tries to pull that ball too much, that's a ground out to 3rd. But instead, she uses her hands and stays in on it. Excellent job of hitting. And again, this goes back to, if pitchers can hit, let them hit. Hitters can pitch, let them pitch.
That brings up Chloe Carlgren, the shortstop. Take strike 1. And Washburn rolls, trying to stay alive here in the top of the 7th. Down 7-4 now. And a ground ball to Madison Walker. Who else? Over to first, and that is your ball game. Olathe West Owls taking care of business. The doubleheader sweep, winning the first game over St. Thomas Aquinas, winning 7-4 over the Washburn Rural Lady Blues. We'll talk more about this one coming up next. That was a great day for softball. It's a really great day for the Olathe West Owls as they sweep a doubleheader, taking the first game from St. Thomas Aquinas 9-4, and then here in the nightcap, defeating Washburn Rural, a really good team from Topeka, by the final score of 7-4. And Les, I really impressed by the pitching of Emma Heineman, the freshman. She retired the first 8 batters she faced. That really set the tone in this game, it seemed like.
It really did, and she was unflappable. It's hard to believe she's just a freshman. We've been talking about the offense for Olathe West all day in both of these games, and boy, did they show it. But Emma Heineman, who can also hit, she just did a great job as a freshman coming in. Not a lot of strikeouts, got hitters off balance, pitched to the corners really well. She gave up a few runs here or there, but again, she has the honor of pitching for a team that has 6 seniors and has a lot of power. So she stays within herself, pitches the contact, an incredible performance from the freshman.
Yeah, a team that can do a lot of different things to score, as we saw with the small ball, but they also got the big power hitters. Madison Walker, another home run, and she was terrific also at shortstop today, playing some defense. But Olathe West Owls over the Washburn Rural Lady Blues. The final score from Olathe, 7-4. For my partner Les Norman, always good to have you with me to carry me. Thank you.
Got it, buddy.
And our director Joe Novacek. I'm Leon Liebel. Have a great night, everybody.